Hello, hello, guys.
What's up?
Can you hear me? Everybody
Yep.
hear me? Perfect. Judd is away today, so I will be heading this up. We're going to wait a few minutes here while people still get on. They're slowly trickling in. Um, Victor, sir, how are you?
Good. How are you? I
Good,
was
brother. How
I
are
was I was freaking out. I go, oh my God, it's 7 o'clock, and I forgot the Dominican Republic's an hour difference. I was driving nice and dangerous roads, trying to
are
get
you
home.
uh are you still on vacation?
Yeah, I'm in the Dominican Republic. I am 580 miles away from Judd right now.
I was gonna say you're just a small boat ride from Judd, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I checked out his hotels like 1,000 miles a day from him. I ain't gonna be anytime soon. So you're the boss today, huh?
That's it. I'm the boss. Mr. Judd is with his wife tonight, so I'm heading everything up while he's away. Anthony is traveling. I'm not sure if he's on yet or not, but they're heading to the next campsite.
Yeah, we just went out to dinner at a nice restaurant in Puerto Plata. Good stuff. I'm on my phone, so I can't even see how many people have joined.
Yeah. Anybody got wins a while? I know we got the holiday, but anybody got some great wins?
The one thing Judd said to me about if my action was measurable with all those letters I sent out,
Hmm.
it actually was because I put in a barcode that shows a presentation of what I'm proposing. So if they link down to that, it takes them to a YouTube video that will actually account for what's going to happen. But that's not, it's
Great.
not a no win. It's just
No,
follow
but
up to
that
the
that is a
lesson.
win. That is a win. You're getting some metrics back, so metrics
Yeah.
back on what you're putting out.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm just gonna go over some housekeeping. I don't have the fancy video like Judd to kick everything off. I probably, even if I did have it, I probably couldn't get it up here today. So um down at the bottom, we have the reactions tab. If anybody wants to say anything, raise your hand as we're doing this thing, and we will go around and we will help everybody as much as possible. Um, if this is your first time here, we have anybody from brand new in the field who has never seal coated before to seasoned veterans.
Yeah.
I got mute people. Hold on. I'm getting feedback. Alrighty, sorry. I had to mute a few people. So we have anybody from seasoned veterans to people that are brand new. So you have a lot of industry knowledge on here and a lot of support. I'm going to do a little bit of a different take probably on today. So we'll run our normal wins, and Victor did kick one off talking about how his measurables on his mailers. And if anybody else has one to share, we'll do that. But I think we're going to go into everybody's end of year planning and maybe some pain points right now. I want to deliver as much value as I possibly can during this next hour and answer all your questions. And I'm sure there'll be a bunch of other people in here that'll love to jump in and help answer questions, because right now a lot of people are slowing down and we want to speed up, right? A lot of people at this point in time are, oh, I'm going to get just started January 1st, or I'll get started come March, or whatever that looks like. But I believe that if we speed up at this point in time, where most people are slowing down, it's where the largest opportunities lie, especially in recruitment in our industry right now. Almost everybody in the field, whether it be salesmen, laborers, project managers, people like that right now do not have work. So if we are speeding up and we're planning correctly and capitalizing on that, I think it's an amazing opportunity for most of us to take advantage of. So anybody else? Anybody else got wins? I know we just came back from the holiday, but is there anybody that has anything they'd like to share? Come on, Nick. What do you guys got over there? I know you got something brewing. I see you guys cheesing.
Everybody went on vacation, man.
What's going on, guys?
There you go.
So we're just kind of we're getting started out here in Florida. I know I've been out here for a little bit now, but I mean, we're just hammering away, going door to door, making connections every day, making stuff happen. You know, it's not going to come and find us. You know, it's just going to be hard work and staying dedicated to the process through and through.
What do you guys need help with right now? I'm going to put you on the hot seat. What if there's one thing that everybody at this roundtable could help you or jump in, or me personally, what is it?
Being able to skip a few steps to get in touch with the decision maker quicker.
How to get in touch? What's your current process?
So the door-to-door thing, you know, we make some cold calls, try to get a meeting set up. It's not always the most effective way. We go out and we'll go in and approach asking for, you know, these positions that would be, you know, what we're looking to speak to. And obviously half the time, at least in our area where we're at right now, we're looking at, you know, a lot of people that want to shy us away or, you know, not even give us that contact information. Sorry, I got a husky that wants to pipe in too.
You're good. You're good. So, how to get to the decision maker quicker? Are you looking to go direct right now, or are you looking to eat up anything you can?
As far as
like direct to the business, or are you looking to just get work rolling right now?
I mean, I'd definitely love to get some work rolling right now. That's for sure.
Have you connected with any other local companies down there yet?
I have been in touch with one company, but I definitely could reach out to more.
Yeah. Get your foot in the door there. I really think it'll help you just start getting things rolling, and the momentum starts right as soon as you got your trailer out there and you guys are geared up, and it's that natural flow of things when they see you on site and that type of stuff. I honestly right now, like, this is just like, you're almost starting fresh, quote unquote, even though you're not fresh, you're starting fresh. Like this is a business number 2, right? So I would definitely go reach out to a few of the other local contractors. I know there's a few down there. My dog's going ridiculous right now too. There's a few other guys down there. But really, like, Instagram message guys, like, I've done it plenty of times. I still do it, right? Like when there's a little spot that I want to get in, or I see someone's in a little market or an area that I want to be, I'll find guys in that area. And I'll just be like, hey, this is my services that I offer. I see that you guys are doing really well. Amazing. It's great. It's amazing watching you. If there's anything I can help you with, whether it's helping you guys complete a project side by side with your guys, or if it's something that you're too busy to get to, give me a call. And the amount of opportunity that'll come from that, because you know the way it is. Like, as soon as you do one,
right.
It's the next. It's just that getting that momentum rolling. I mean, and this applies to everybody, right? But I think that would be definitely a good start to just get some flow in the pipe, right?
Right. And now as far as attacking the decision makers, or not attacking, but being able to being able to oppose them.
Go beat them with a bat.
Yeah.
Okay, so getting in with the decision maker quicker. You're always gonna have a workaround, right? But it's the back door. It's the backdoor approach that typically is what gets them. So, like, when you're on there, you know, if you're just stopping by, right? Your ebb and flow is make a call and stop by. Right. Make a call, message them on Facebook, find them on LinkedIn. Like, I'll tell you what, like LinkedIn lately for me, I've been getting an amazing response rate on a lot of things of like, I'm talking like Fortune 500 companies from CEOs and stuff. Yeah. Where it's like, hey, I reached out to X, Y, and Z. I'll give them the list of all the legwork that I already done. I'd be like, I wouldn't be reaching out to you if I haven't done blah, 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 blah. But I haven't gotten anywhere. I've taken notice to, and you explain the opportunity, whatever. Typically, we're looking for those pain points, right? So find that pain point and say, I've taken notice to this property, this project, and I'd love to offer you a solution on this. And I think, you might be able to get a little bit of a higher success rate if you're not just hitting them on one front. Like find that crack, you know what I mean? And try and seep in every single place you possibly can. And I think you might get a little bit more.
Definitely. Much appreciated.
Yeah, that would be my advice. Like, you're doing great, right? Like that's the first step. And then take those other 2 or 3 and then find them and attack them hard. Like, don't let them get out of your mind. Get the email, get the phone number, get the LinkedIn, get the Facebook, get the Instagram, get all of it. And make sure you contact all of it.
Definitely. But I think that's going to apply. That's going to apply to a lot of people here, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that right there, guys, especially, rolling into this time of year, like I kicked the meeting off with sales being slow and people slowing down, but really like a lot of the school districts and these companies right now is when they're starting to get ready. They're thinking about the meetings for the projections. Like they're the ones that right now, all the maintenance guys, all the guys that are head of grounds, they're the ones that are, oh yeah, I need to get this meeting on the board for early January because they're going to make all these decisions in Q1. So when it's time, they're going to vote on it and we're going to be executing the project. So be in front of that. Victor, go. Hold on 1 second, Victor. I'm going to go to John. John's had his hand up here and then I'll go to you next.
Hey, I was just going to add to Nick, you can use a website called Landglide that will help you find property owners. Landglide.com. I'll add it in the chat.
And
Landglide.
Yep. Landglide, I think Upwork as well. They'll do a data scrape and they should be able to find property owners' email and phone numbers. Great add-on, John.
Is that something is that something that you have to pay for to do?
Yeah, it's typically you'll pay, but it's not, it's like cents. It's cents per property. It's not expensive. Like, I don't know, maybe like 10, 20 cents, if that. John, do you know price point on Landglide?
I don't know a price point. I mean, I was just on the website. There's a free week trial. I haven't used it yet. But like you said, it came from Judd. He said Upwork, do a data scrape, and then go to Landglide to help find who's in charge.
John, I love this, brother. That makes me so happy. I see all that coaching paying off. That was an amazing answer,
I'm still doing it. I'm in one with Judd and Dom right now.
That's amazing. I love that. Keep killing it.
Thanks.
You're doing great.
But let me ask you something else. Google My Business is not giving me access until I have a license. What kind of licenses do you have, if any?
So it might just be like your state ID number. For us, we have like a quote unquote contractor ID in Pennsylvania where it's a PA number. So it'd be like PA, and I think there's 7 or 8 digits behind it. So probably New York. You're New York, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. New York is probably something similar. I 100% don't know. But I'd assume it's something like that. It's literally just like, I don't even think it's that expensive. We might have paid like,
I mean, from my research, I need a home improvement license.
Yeah, like a contract license. Yeah, it'd be like, I think $200 maybe. I think literally, if that. But yeah, then you should be able to enter that. And then when they do the initial setup, I think they mail a card to you in the physical mail, and then you got to type the code in. And once you do that, like, you're verified and you can kind of do whatever you want after that.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Yeah, but yeah, I would definitely research on the New York side, but I'm assuming
Right.
it's the same, just like a cheap license type thing.
Yep.
Victor, go ahead, brother. I know you had something to add in.
Well, remember the big win. The one big win was having a meeting with the Diocese of Rochester. So before that happened, I thought I was going to go before him and meet with him physically. But I said, oh crap, either way, I'm going to put a PowerPoint presentation together for talking points. And I did. It actually worked out because he, by mistake, even though he thought we were meeting physically, he by mistake sent me a Teams meeting. So it gave me the perfect opportunity to remotely show him the entire presentation, which actually, one, when you get in front of these guys that you're getting the big guy, I'm talking to the two guys that were before, probably once you get there, we said LinkedIn, you get these big wigs. It's nice to stay on point, especially with someone like me who's likes to ramble on, like right now. That helped me big time. And he said, I actually understand what you're trying to do. I actually agree with it. And I'm going to forward it to all the dioceses. So there's 100 churches waiting for me to call them now. So now I got to perform and do the follow-up. So I found that helped me. I don't know if that's one of the things that you would suggest.
Yeah, that's a huge win, right? You're very logical. I get that from you. You're very logical. Everything you do is very planned out and great. And I think some of these emotional drivers, like when you messaged me, when you said you read the book, How to Make Shit Happen, right? That emotional driver where there's something in you that just gives you that push, like, I'm going to eat this, right? That conviction really digs in. And then with the logical side, like, you're going to kill it, bro. Honestly, like, keeping on par, because if you weren't prepared, then what? It would have been like you're shooting from the hip. And if you're a good talker, you can still kind of do it, but there wouldn't have been these professional bullet points, and you were already ahead of the curve where there was no scrambling. And you went into the meeting, and here we are again with the next step to unfold these projects, which most people would love to have an opportunity to do projects this big, right? 100 churches, guys. Like,
well, the things, they're all individuals. So now I got to go convince them individually and show them the presentation. Before I left, what I sent out was the funeral homes, 124 letters to the funeral homes. And so when I get back, I already have prepared the ones for, I'm going to send the same letter to each individual church. And then I'm going to follow up. So I got to give it about 5 days. And then I follow up. I got to contact every single priest or person in charge, because they don't actually have a maintenance person on site. They just have a committee. And I have to reach out and figure out who those people are.
But correct me if I'm wrong, though. This guy that you've been communicating with warned all the decision makers already, though, and told them that you're coming.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So
he is the one that makes the major decision. This is who we're going to go with, but they got to get 3 quotes. That's their policy.
Yep. And so now you took a cold lead to a warm lead, right? Because you have a point of contact and you have someone that already said, hey, this guy is an option on the table. He's going to be meeting with you guys shortly. Where broke the ice. So, congrats, brother.
All right. Someone else. Come on. Somebody's got to do something good.
Yeah, we got Nick and Evan over there. Give me 1 second. I just got James' question through here. He says, just test drove an F-250 with a lift gate, which could be an option for loading a Titan 3500 in the back of the vehicle for quick trips compared to purchasing a trailer. I live in an HOA with limited space in the garage, but moving ahead in the process. I think that's a great idea. You can, if you don't have the room for the trailer, eventually I think you will need more room. So, with stencils and all that type of stuff, and if you ever want a driver, it'll get limited. But to get started, which I believe 80% of people fail, and I'm sure a lot of people on here will agree, most people fail with just getting started. As soon as you start spraying lines, you're going to be super convicted of what to do next. But if you're not doing that yet, that step there is going to be, huge.
Who are you talking to about that? Who is that for?
Thank you.
That was James. Yep.
Yeah, so I want to let you know, man, I bought my first line stripe machine this year. I have my own landscape business. My son started his own sealing business and we couldn't find good subcontractors. I bought an enclosed trailer. Right now it's basically for storage and that thing. I've been finding it quicker just to put for right now, because we're small, the machine's small, just not a line driver. We're just throwing it back in a pickup truck. We're taking what paint we need. We're taking the stencils that we need for that certain job site. And like what he just said is we're starting small, but at least we're starting. Yes, we're going to be getting a bigger enclosed trailer pretty soon, but we actually like the idea of just taking the pickup truck with a bed, with the paint, with a couple stencils that we need, and it's just quicker, it's easier. So if that's all you have, you can leave your machine in the garage. You have a pickup truck and your ramps, bro, just knock it out. You'll make 60, 70 grand your first year if you work hard enough. Then you can get out of your HOA. Then you can get your enclosed trailer. That's my.
Thank you,
Kevin,
Kevin.
let me add on that.
Thanks, Kevin. That was awesome.
Kevin, let me add
You're
on
welcome.
that. Would you be anywhere near where you are today if you did not take that first step? You just starting.
Nah, man.
You guys are in a super successful company over there, right? Like we use you as an example. Like we love everything you're doing. Everything's branded up. It's great. And you guys are killing it. So just like for everyone on here that might have not taken that first step yet, just like James here, share with them of how instrumental just that was for you.
It was at 46, man. I got landscaping down to a science. I'm used to jumping off, skydiving, doing crazy things, but not in business at my old age. I'm only 46, but I've been playing it safe. But this time, yes, I bought a used machine. I got it for a great price because someone went out of business. Everything that could go wrong with this thing, I had to get a new hose. I had to learn how to clean out the gut. I had no one to help me teach me how to use this machine. Believe it or not, everything that could go wrong went wrong, but it's great because I learned everything about our machine. Now Jacob knows everything about it. But again, I was afraid. I just started by watching YouTube videos. I just bought some stencils. Yeah, and that's it. That's all I could do. I made a lot of mistakes. I went through 5 gallons of paint to do a simple 7-Eleven because my handle kept clogging. It kept running. It kept spraying everywhere. It wouldn't shut off. It was a nightmare. But the good news is you go through the nightmare, you learn, you push through, you stay part of the AK roundtable. You find people out here that can teach you about line striping, how to price it, how to fix things. But I'll be honest, man, I'm actually not landscaping this year. I'm going to have someone else run that part of the business. There's more money in line striping than it's just phenomenal. It's the profit margins are insane. And guys, that's actually what we're doing now. The weather, we have a nice break right now. We're in the 50s. We're actually knocking on doors right now to do simple line striping just to keep on going. If we can make $500 to $700 a day doing a simple gas station or whatever, hey, at least it's money. At least we keep on going. And I'm doing what I should know his name. We're friends on Facebook now. With the Catholic churches, we reached out in the spring. They're not ready yet. They're going through some financial issues. But what we're going to do, guys, is we just went through our I'm sorry, my son uses the AK. What is that called? You do all your bookkeeping on with your software. My son has it.
The new one, Dash?
Yeah, so my son has Dash. We went through, we realized we did. So we realized that he did $330,000 worth of estimates. He pulled out 130 grand worth of work. Well, now here's what you do, guys. You now go through what you missed, backtrack, recall the people if the work hasn't been done yet. Keep the work going. We're going to call this Catholic church. We have the contact. We're now going to see where they at because there's a lot of churches around here got to get done. So guys, just go back through everything that you thought you lost. Maybe you didn't lose it. Maybe when they said no, it was not right now, but maybe that no is now, yes, we're ready. So who cares if you got a no? Go back and recheck your no's. That's all I got to say. Just keep grinding at what you lost, or maybe they weren't ready yet.
James, I hope you soaked that all in because that was gold right there, brother.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah,
that was great.
That journey with them guys for you
That was
guys.
good
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah,
Thank you.
cool.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, man, if you get a chance, I mean, listen, I made all the mistakes. My son took the line striping over. This supposed to be my gig. He took it over on me. If you go check out Black and Yellow Asphalt Solutions, he's 20 years old, man, doing a U-Haul in like 39-degree weather, doing huge stencils that U-Haul provided. It was just, he stole my gig. So now I'm like, all right, I guess I'll just go and be the face of the company. He likes my striping. So it's cool, bro. If I could say one thing, if you can't afford new, I know everybody wants to go new. You don't want to make payments, man. Find something that's really good and used, and just go for it, man. It is so rewarding. So I'm telling you, man, I made in 8 hours. I did a U-Haul. I used 5, 6, 7, 8 gallons of paint. So less than $200 in paint, and I made like $3,200. I mean, who makes $3,200 in 8 hours? I'll take it all day long. Phenomenal money.
And
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
and capitalize too on the community, right? You have a community here of people that'll help you. We have the Facebook group of people that'll help you. You have coaches on here. Dom, I just seen him pop on. Coach Dom, myself, we have Anthony, Coach Alex, Rob,
And
Coach
there's just
Stephanie,
one more thing I can say real quick. I don't mean to cut you off. Right now
you're good.
you guys probably heard of Chris the Line Striper. He's on YouTube, man. He's working. We're working something with him. Just he's amazing at creating content. But here's the thing. Forget that. Here's where I'm over my son right now. My son should be able to get 50 to 65-star reviews. He has 8. I'm about to put my foot so far up his butt, he's not going to walk until the next time you guys see him, bro. Guys, go out and get your 5-star reviews. That will bring you and your SEO up so top of the ratings. You can get number 2 or 3 on your SEO Google ratings, and that's so important. If you do anything this winter, go get your Google reviews. If they loved you, they liked you, why would they not give you a 5-star review? Please just don't leave that on the table.
Yep.
I'm done.
Kevin, I got one more thing for you, brother. You always bring the heat, and I feel like you're very driven. What drives you?
Someone gave me a book at 18 years old when I joined Amway, which I'm not doing anymore. It's called The Magic of Thinking Big. And when I read that book and I realized no matter where you work, they dictate your ceiling, I knew I couldn't work anywhere. I've had a lot of jobs, but I started my own landscaping business because I wanted to have freedom for me and people I could hire. But then I had 4 kids. My drive is, man, once you work for yourself and you try to go back working for somebody, it just doesn't work because they don't respect you. Not just that, maybe they do, but you're created for more. You're created for more, and it's exciting. I mean, look at my son. I mean, he's the only one who understands it. My other 3 kids want to work a 9-to-5 job. Once you work for yourself and you realize it might be harder, but man, this winter I get to go to I think we're coming down to see you guys in Florida. I'm going to Dallas, Texas, Antonio for their big paybacks. I'm going to Peru with my wife for 3 weeks. I'm going to Florida for 2 weeks because we worked hard and we saved up the money through the year to be frugal, to have a little bit of time off and enjoy this. So my hunger is just, I don't know, man. It's been instilled in me, It's just, I dropped out of school. They told me I would never be successful because I didn't fit in the box, bro. I think a lot of us don't fit in the box. We think different than most people, and that's a great gift to have.
That's for sure. That's awesome, brother. Thank you for sharing that. But yeah, I love when you get on because you're always ready to take it on. So that definitely translates over to the success that you guys are having over there. So keep killing it, man. Evan and Nick, I seen you guys were up there for a second. Your hand just went down. Do you still got it?
I was gonna let Stephanie speak. I was gonna reminisce on old conversations.
All right, we'll go to Stephanie, and if we got time here at the end, we'll jump back to you. Okay?
Hey, hi guys. Do you hear me?
We can
Do
hear
you
you.
Yes, great. Hey, these are gentlemen. Thank you, guys. That was very kind.
Welcome.
Hi guys. It feels weird to be there with all, bunch of guys. Obviously my name is Stephanie. I am apparently one of the, well, few girls, women that are gonna be striping next year here. I'm in Canada. I'm in Quebec, so I'm French Canadian. You'll probably hear the accent here. And very happy to meet you. And I'd like to to tell you a little bit about me if you're okay with it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm commercial master in painting, and I'm also a teacher. I teach commercial painting here. We have trade schools, and I'm a teacher in one of those trade schools. And I've been working a lot with airless guns in the past few years. I've been teaching airless to many students. And I hurt myself. I hurt my back 2 years ago. So now I cannot paint ceilings anymore. So I thought, okay, then I'm gonna start working on floors. Obviously, the other way around. So got myself a line laser at 3,400 this summer. And it was the first summer, I took the machine out. I don't know if I could say that, but I found some balls because it really takes a lot of balls for me to go out and start striping. Actually asked the Sherwin-Williams representative if he had a customer that he'd like to um, for me to test the machine for. So he didn't pay me, the customer. He just paid the paint. So I started painting with the these were condos units, like many units in a building. So I started doing it last summer, and honestly, it was very difficult physically. I have an open trailer, and my machine started, putting some stencils. I made them myself in plastics. Started doing no parkings, handicap signs all by myself. Really, the investment budget is zero. It was just the machine. So after a whole summer, like you said before, clients would see me work and they would come, like owners of other business would come and say, hey, you do this, why don't you come to my place and to make an estimation. And so I started doing estimations, and I got a few contracts. So now I already have contracts for next summer. But I have a few questions regarding how to really start. I mean, the next steps, like you said, you just try, you start. So I haven't tasted the money yet, but I'm really looking to be well equipped to start for next summer. One of my question, there it is I would like to get a trailer, a small trailer. I can only carry it with my car. It says it has to be a 5x8. And I would like to know if you have any recommendation for a first trailer to start, basics, Is there any brands that are better than others that I could look at? Maybe you know?
So I think a lot of it is comparable, right? I mean, I personally have Neo trailers. I'm not sure if they're available up in Canada. Coach Rob is not on here tonight, but he is located up in Canada. I'm not sure exactly where, but he would probably, I'm sure he'd be more than willing to give you 30 minutes of his time and really connect with you and help you with some of that specific stuff, just because like I don't want to like be like, oh yeah, go look at this brand and you can't get it. So I just want to make sure that it's, everything's accessible to you. But he would be a great start. He runs Black Max Seal Coat up there. He runs an amazing business up in Canada. So
Okay, you could
he would
keep,
be amazing.
I could try to get in touch with him later so I can get some help. Okay. And
Yeah, we'll drop his contact in here. Is there anything else I can help you with right now?
yes, I would like to know, guys, how do you follow up with your clients? You said, like the question was before, you want to go see people and go again and follow up a few days after. What is the system you use to follow up to make it easy to see?
So the one that they recommended, Mr. Kevin and them, AK Dash
Oh,
is
that's
the in-house. Yep. So it does everything from your bookkeeping to generating proposals to automated follow-ups to setting your metrics. So it'll, if say your target is to make $200,000 this year, it'll show you your working days. It has podcast suggestions, weather related things, anything you could possibly need to see your business on gauges. Like that's the in-house plug. I know I'm sure there's a few other contractors on here that use other things. But AK Dash is really great for that side of it.
Okay, so I'll
And
look
I'm
into
pretty
it.
sure it's, yeah, 2 day free trial or something that you get in there, and there's like a basic entry as well. So, you know, there's a cost effective different levels, right, for your size of your business. So
Excellent, excellent. Thank you very much. Thank you. It was nice
absolutely.
to talk. Thanks.
Yep. And we'll drop Rob McKenzie's contact in here, and I'll message it to you so you have it.
Thank you. Nice to meet you
Absolutely.
guys.
Yes, nice to meet you. Thank you so much. I don't want to mess up your name. Khan, am I saying it right? Can you come off mute, brother? I see
Yep.
you typing.
Yeah, you're saying it right.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, might be a little bit noisy about today. So my question is, I'm doing home renovation like for 3 years, and I specifically I do custom stairs, floor, any type of floor, and painting. So, but I wanted to change my career to the asphalt because I assume like with the home renovation, especially the flooring and stairs, I can make a good money, but not a lot, like enough depending to the asphalt. So my question is like, what do you think? How is my home renovation experience will help me with changing this field? And also, I have a Ford Transit with me right now. It's a high roof regular van. I was thinking, should I need to change that van or should I keep that for the starting?
So your initial question is the vehicle that you'll need to start, right?
Yeah, and also how much this experience that I have with the home renovation will help me to work on the roads. Like I've
Got
always
you.
been working
Okay.
with the wood and stuff. Yeah.
Yep. So definitely being in the home renovation business is going to play hand in hand, right? If you're handy and mechanically inclined, you're 100% going to be able to get into this realm. So that's going to give you an advantage right off the bat. The van, depending what you're looking to do, is probably going to need to be changed out to something different. Typically some type of pickup truck or something that you're going to be able to haul materials in. And if you're going to get into the seal coating side, you're going to need to be able to put a seal coat tank in that truck or, you know, something along that line. And then your paint machine, especially in a transit, it's going to probably get really tight. I'm not familiar with anybody in our industry working out of a van. I may be wrong, but typically the truck side of things is going to suit the business better because you're going to constantly need to have room to actually haul. And some of these materials, especially, you know, they get heavy. Sealer is, I think, like 5 or 10 pounds per gallon. And, you know, being able to put a paint machine in that's a couple feet wide and that type of thing. So that might be a better switch out there.
Okay. And if you mean switching to the truck, like specifically what kind of truck? Do you think the F-150 will work or it should be like 250 or 350?
A 250 would be great, I would say. 150 if you're
Okay.
just painting. But if you're going to definitely get into the seal coating side of things, by the time you have a seal coating tank or a seal trailer, you're going to need the weight to be able to pull and haul and all that type of stuff. And then if you get your own independent painting trailer, you know, you're going to need it for that. So 250 is typically what I tell people, just because if you do get it, you're probably going to outgrow it super quick if you get a 150. And you're going to be wishing that you had a 250 and just
Yeah.
safety where you're hauling heavy.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yep. Anything else, brother?
For me, that will be all.
Okay. Coach Damo, you got anything? You got anything for us?
What's up, guys? Skylar,
What's
holding
up,
down
brother?
the fort, brother. Looking good, sounding good. I'm sure everyone's getting a lot of golden nuggets here. I know I am. Every time I'm around this dude, I learn something new. I just want to wish everyone a happy holiday. I know the new year's coming, so I want you guys to start thinking about, the steps you're going to be taking for the 2024 season. I know Skylar touched on that, but now's the time. Don't wait until it's 2 weeks before the season to start thinking about your game plan. So my advice to you guys right now: enjoy these next couple days, but as soon as next week hits and the new year starts, it's time to get the business. So if you guys have any questions or you guys have any concerns, you can reach out to any one of us. We're here to help you guys. And I want to see everyone succeed in 2024.
Dom, how about you? You feel behind? I feel behind, brother. I feel like I have a mountain to climb and we got, 3 or 4 months till we're seal coating. But I feel like I got a year worth.
I know it's like, we have so much we're working on with AK, and then we have our own businesses and our own, our own new models that we're building and our new, goals that we're all, feeding off each other and expanding these, these big, these dreams and these big goals. It's, I feel like I'm ahead of things because this year I started getting ready sooner, opposed to my years prior. So for me, I have a plan, my 18-month plan's on the wall. My goals are set. I got the right people around me. But yeah, from knowing how much, you think this 3 months ahead of you is a lot of time. It's not a lot of time. There's a lot to get done in that 3 months and the season comes quick. So, I feel the pressure. I know how much I need to get done to be prepared. But just trying to really get the right people around me and build the right teams around me now. Is one of the biggest steps I'm taking right now to handle that pressure.
Yep, absolutely. I think even for us was actually doing all the little nitty gritty work, like you're saying, that we've neglected before. That I was like, we'll get it, and then we're starting backwards in the beginning of the season, and now we're like, no, we need to do all that now. Like that's supposed to be done last month. So that's where the pressure really kicks in. But on the other side of that is the great reward of being ahead of the season and being able to unfold something great from the start and not being backwards when you're starting.
Exactly.
We had Evan and Nick over there. They wanted to reminisce.
Okay, so what I was gonna earlier, it was with Victor. We got an interesting opportunity to get in contact with the same person that he's been in contact with. I was wondering what his pitch was to be able to get him to move forward and forward all of his work to all these other churches.
Hey, so it was, I think we talked about it 2 roundtables ago, and I got some advice from Judd, so I adjusted 2 things. One thing, I was giving these guys like 10 months to pay off the other 50%, because the first 50% will cover the labor and the materials. You'll still leave me with some profit after I pay myself. That was my thing. The other catch was that I will bulk, as long as they came in together, I will price them out at a mall size. You take 10 churches, slap them together, it's like a big, huge mall. And that way I can give them the better price, the bulk. Now, the reference that I made to the book that I got before from Tyler, How to Make Shit Happen, is that there was one question asked. I always get nuggets from every conversation. I get a nugget. In the conversation, how do you eat an elephant? Now, the Catholic Church, each diocese is a huge elephant, and it's got tons of little pieces. And I can nibble at one ear today and nibble at another ear tomorrow. So that was my approach to it, and that was my way of making them understand that this is a good deal. And I'm not out there to get anybody, because I learned that in Amway. You're out there to get somebody. I was part of Amway too when I was young, at 16 years old. And that was always, you're not here to get somebody, you're here to help somebody out. And now, I'm sorry, the gentleman that was talking about line striping, he mentioned how the churches are having a hard time. Well, they depend on the charity of their the people that go to church. And things aren't going to get hard again, but people are always tired. That's what their business model is on. It's based on. I'm sorry, that's what it is. But they have to run. So how do you help them out? Okay, they're trying to provide a good service to the community. How do you help them out? And also, you win with that. And that was my approach, and he completely agreed 100% with it. Now I have to go and convince the in terms of the churches, they have committees within the churches to make decisions to say, well, we need to get the roof done before we do any paving or seal coating. So that's what I have to deal with next, if they're up for seal coating. And then I realized I got 2 more dioceses, and I work for there's 2 neighboring cities. I'm going to go and take the same approach. That's another 100 to 200. Sorry, 250 more churches. Because once you take the travel time for the smoke, yes, sir.
Correct me if I'm wrong, though. We talked about that financing thing as well, too, with the possibilities of balls in the street with that, right?
Yes, yes. So I was going to go with 10 months, and I tightened it down to about 4 months. So that's the approach I'm taking, just to reduce it and get paid faster. And that doesn't have to apply to every church. That is, if it's necessary, we'll go straight, pay me the 50%, then the other 50%. But, well, okay, well, guess what? We also offer financing. So it opens up that option.
Can I say something real quick? I just want to say something on that real quick, and then come back to what Tyler was talking about. Was we've done churches, man. They got money. I would not leave my money out there for 4 months. That's just me personally. I would not give them. I would just go straight up with the price, and that's it. And then if they have a problem with the money, I think there's companies out there that can help people finance their commercial funds. You know what I mean? I would not become the bank. We're going into crazy times, man. You want every penny you can have in your pocket and not wait for it. But here in Connecticut, man, we have a major lawsuit actually going on with the Catholic Church. I didn't know that. So that's why the guy's like, we got to be on hold right now because there's a huge settlement we're trying to do here, and we got to be careful. But I just wanted to jump on what Skylar was, what you guys are saying is what we're doing right now. Also, you guys is a couple things. We're going to start reaching out to because we do line striping too now. So we're going to reach out to every paving company in Connecticut, see who needs a line striper. I joined a BNI group, and I joined a Chamber of Commerce, but we're going to join 3 other Chamber of Commerce. We were at one last week for in a very rich town in Connecticut, and the guy from the magazine, Aria wants Jacob, to put an article on that magazine that goes to only 2 rich towns. I also met my future CPA. But here's the big thing, guys. You get around amazing people who are positive. So if you're not doing anything this winter, I would highly recommend you join these different groups, join as many as you can. And because you're in a network with amazing people and realize I need a new assurance guy. I need a better CPA. We have a new sign guy now who's going to be doing our trucks. So, and that's the thing. When you network your money, man, they're going to help you find work because you're going to give them good reviews, and they're going to take care of you. So that's what we're doing also, man. We're not sitting around. If we sit around, I told my son yesterday or today, if I sit around and get lethargic, this is not going to be good. We got to keep going. You got to keep the traction going. That's all.
Absolutely. Yeah, Victor. I mean,
I promise to tighten it up even more. Then yeah, okay.
Yeah, I definitely agree on some of that money stuff, man. I get that some large corporations and that type of stuff, they have net terms, but just be careful.
Guys, listen, don't be sorry for it. If you're agreeing with things, it is what it is. That's why we're here. Don't be sorry. You're not hurting my feelings.
And I'm not saying that I don't take net terms, right? Like I take net terms on really large corporations, 90, 120 days, like, really large contracts, multi 6 figures on large net terms like that. But these are companies that are super, super well funded and super, super big. And I'm not saying that the church isn't, but exactly like Kevin is saying, there's a lot of things going on right now. especially in the Catholic Church realm. Down by us, same thing with the Methodist Church. Huge lawsuit. They're literally foreclosing on the churches. The churches are going bankrupt because of the lawsuit. So just be careful on that, man.
Got it.
I did see
I haven't sent those letters out yet to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did see Stephanie's hand up for a second. I'm not sure if she still has a question or not. Stephanie, you good?
Yes, I'm good. I was just wondering, I mean, how was the business for you guys last year? Was it a good year? I mean, I was just curious to see how was it more than the year before? After I know that, after COVID, there was a lot of striping that wasn't done because there was a problem in the production of painting. So there was a lot of contracts that were held back. So I was just wondering if last year was good, but that's it. We could go with Billy.
So I will speak for AK as a community. I will say the people that are part of the community and learn some of these tactics and these business models that are happening, they had good years. Me personally, I had a great year. We grew again by another 50% roughly. But industry-wide, I believe that I did hear a lot of I would go to get material and that type of stuff, and I would hear that it was a really slow year, kind of along what you're saying, but a lot of people aren't doing the things that we're doing as a group. And I think that's what's going to let people do well in rough times.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yep. Billy, sir.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask anybody's opinion on about potential investors. Like, has anybody had people approach them potentially offering opportunities? I've always been skeptical, just seeing how could they benefit. And so far, I just have chose to grow organically as I transition out of the service. So I wonder, has anybody taken the opportunity outside taking a traditional business loan out or anything? Has anybody had any outside investors to help with equipment cost or with lead cost, anything like that?
Can you give us more of a specific of what you're thinking?
Yeah, so I recently, I've been, I just hell, just the other day I was approached by he's the owner of a financial firm, and he reached out to me on LinkedIn about potential opportunities to invest. He invested in veteran-owned businesses, and I don't know if it's more fishing or if he's legit. I've asked around, he seems pretty legit. It's just I'm always wondering, like, how can I, if it's got to be a bit, for someone to help somebody, they gotta have to win too. You can't just, there's not it's got to be mutual. But right now I'm not meeting the expectations that I would like to as a new business because I'm not able to commit full time to it.
I'm gonna say,
and can I say something there?
Give me 1 second. I'll let you add right after this. I'm gonna say that the last sentence that you just said to us is the issue, and it's not the money. Because more money isn't gonna buy more commitment to the business that'll let it be successful. Some of that groundwork of just doing the sales and doing that type of stuff. And on top of that, the reason that the money won't help at this point is because it's going to be a real slippery slope when now you don't have the time and you have debt.
That makes sense. And that's why I wasn't trying to push them off. I was just, explaining to them my circumstances. I can't really, I'm obligated to my commitments of my job until in this contract. So, I
If
told
this
my
guy is
people in the
saying
loop.
Yeah, if this guy's saying like, hey, I believe in what you're doing, I want to help be the, you know, CEO of the company, and I'm going to run it because I know you can't be fully committed, and I just want a percent or something. Maybe that makes sense. But like, hey, I'm going to give you money at probably 12+% because he's a hard money lender, or an investor, and that's what he's going to want to get because rates right now are 8 and 9. So if he's going to take his money, he's going to get 12 plus 12 to 20. And you know, with that, it's not going to buy you more business necessarily. And especially if you can't operate at full capacity, I would much rather see you take debt to do something like invest into equipment or, you know, a service that, hey, I can go on the weekend and I know I can make an extra, you know, 2,000 with this infrared machine because I have the job lined up, or you invest into the knowledge of how to do it more than just the money.
I appreciate it, Skylar. That answers
yeah, man.
our question.
James, I think that was you you jumping in there. I just wanted to make sure I cleared that up a little bit. Go ahead.
Yeah, perfect. Now, I just wanted to comment on that. At the end of the day, he's probably going to want some kind of decision power. So it depends on what percentage of the company you're going to give to him as compared to how much growth you can make. And I would just caution you to do that in terms of giving your potential away for a little bit of money today. Might not be that something you want to get into. I mean, you look like you're a younger guy. You can work a long time. You can build up some resources. It always seems like when you take on partners or anybody that wants to join you is probably looking at you and saying, wow, this guy is really driven and I want to get on his drive and make success, you know, make money on his work. And you don't want that. You want to go on your own and you want to make money on your own. So I would just caution you to think about how is it really going to benefit you in the future when you really want to have decision power on your own and make your own decisions. You don't want somebody telling you what else to do in your own business. So that's my 2 cents.
You don't, yeah, no, that was great. And Billy, you don't need to give away equity or a ton of debt right now. Like you just don't need it. There is times, you know, and I'm not going to say that like, you know, I've had multiple businesses with, you know, with partners and debt, right? Like I've played the game, but this is, you know, 100% speaking from experience on some of these things. I had another point. I'll come back to it when it comes back to me though, because I had something good for you.
I think it was not Mick or one of the gentlemen that spoke before. I think Nick hit it on the head. The reason why we come to this profession or seeking entrepreneurship is because you know, we have that self-drive, and part of that, the growth, the journey, what I find enjoyable is I manage my finances pretty good, and I'm very cautious. So to be able to be in a position where I can grow small, like buy equipment, pay it off on credit, and slowly build the services, to me is less stressful than having a looming debt or obligation. So you know, I hate that I forgot who said it, but I want to give credit where credit's due. But yeah, it was Kevin.
Yep. Great advice. Guys, so we're getting towards that time. We're at 8:04. Anything else here last minute before we get this party wrapped up? Nick and Evan, go ahead.
I typed it in the chat box, but I had a question if anybody had used, because I've had a few of these ads pop up for me. And this is just like a out there thought, but has anybody used any, because there are companies offering to partner with contractors to offer in-house financing. And from what I've seen, these ads are publishing that the contractor gets paid immediately. And so I was wondering if anybody on here had used anything like that. You?
I do. Yeah. I use this service called WiseTech. They pay us up front. it's all based on the contractor or not the contractors, the clients credit. So they get variable rates, whatever they're approved for, but we get paid upfront for the job. They have to make payments and it's on them, and we never deal with it again. So far it's been good, and it does open up some possibilities. There is a lot of stipulations on a lot of them though, where you need to do so much business before they'll consider you. And run so much dollar amount through a credit card processor for them to do business. It was that way for us anyway, for that specific one. And I think it was I don't know, maybe 100 jobs and $40,000 or something. It was something like that, maybe. I don't know the specifics, but that's the way that one was. I don't know if anybody else has anything.
What was the name of that one?
WiseTech.
WiseTech. Yeah.
WISETAC.
Okay. Yep.
Cool.
Billy, it came back to me. Can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
All right. So 100%, if this isn't going to work for you, I'd flip the script back to him and I'd be like, hey, I'd love to partner with you. I'll pay you 10% off top line for any job that you land me. And that's how we can start this relationship.
Yeah, I think that approach is a lot more beneficial to the both parties, and it will and
You don't need to give.
as trust
You don't
builds,
need to
more opportunities open up.
Yeah, flip it back in his court and be like, hey, I would love to partner. I'll pay you 10% off top line for any job you land me. This does not incur me any debt currently, and it still lets you make passive revenue. Let me know. See what he says.
Yeah, Skylar, I like that. I do the same exact thing. And it's a super fair deal for everybody. You know, it's just a really super fair, transparent deal, and it builds that relationship. And it's a win-win for everybody.
All right, guys. Anything else? We got 8:07 here. We're gonna wrap this thing up for the evening. It was great to have you all. Well, are we gonna make it? Will we have one more before New Year? No? Happy New Year. Right? Yeah. Happy New Year. We'll see you guys next year. 2024 season is among us. Enjoy the holiday. Again, in between the holiday, take the day, relax, but in between, work hard, make sure we're progressing and getting stuff done because the season is coming quick. And I want every single one of you to have a successful year. So keep killing it, guys. That'll be it for today's roundtable. If you are not on the Facebook group, join the Facebook group a while. Anything else, reach out.
Thank you, guys.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Thank you, Scott.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Great session.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Kevin.